In our daily life, we are surrounded by many sounds. Cars on the street, people talking, music from a nearby cafe. Even when we are alone, there is often a voice in our head, thinking, planning, remembering. This noise becomes normal. We don't even notice it. But behind all of it, there is something quiet. There is a kind of silence that is always there, waiting to be heard. Inner listening is the choice to turn our attention away from the outside world, and even from the noise inside our mind. It is not something we force. It is something we allow. Like standing at the edge of a lake, not speaking, just waiting. At first, we may not hear anything special, just more thoughts, or maybe the feeling of wanting to do something else. But if we stay, if we continue to listen without expecting anything, something begins to shift. The silence is not empty. It holds a gentle presence. It is not about answers, but about returning to a deeper place in ourselves. When we hear this silence, it feels familiar, like home. We begin to notice that we don't need to react to every sound, every thought. We can just be. This listening brings a kind of peace, not loud or bright, but steady and deep. It's easy to miss because it asks nothing from us. But if we give it a little space each day, even just for a few minutes, we start to see that the silence beneath the noise is always there. It has been with us the whole time. There is a voice inside us that does not speak loudly. It does not demand. It does not push. This voice is often quiet, gentle, and easy to miss. But it is there. It speaks with honesty, not with fear or pride. Many people never hear it clearly, because the world teaches us to listen to louder things, opinions, news, pressure, desire. To hear the quiet voice, we must slow down, not stop our life, but bring more care into how we move through it. This voice does not argue. It does not compete. That is why we must be still enough to notice it. It may come in a moment of walking alone, washing dishes, or looking at the sky. It often arrives without warning, like a soft breeze. This voice is not always easy to accept. Sometimes it tells us something we do not want to hear. But it is not trying to hurt us. It is showing us what is true. When we ignore it, we often feel lost or confused later. When we follow it, even if it is difficult, there is a sense of rightness, a feeling that we are walking in the right direction. This voice does not speak in words all the time. Sometimes it is just a feeling, or a quiet sense of knowing. We may say, "Something doesn't feel right," or "I just know this is the way." That is the voice. To recognize it, we must give it space. We must trust that we already have what we need to hear it. It is not far away. It is not hidden. It is only quiet. And the more we listen, the clearer it becomes. Inner listening is not something we master quickly. It asks for patience, real, quiet patience. In modern life, we are used to fast results. We ask a question and expect an answer right away. But deep listening does not work like that. It is not about getting something. It is about learning to wait without pressure. When we try to listen within, we may first meet boredom, restlessness, or even doubt. We might think, "Nothing is happening," or "I'm doing this wrong." But these thoughts are just part of the process, like sitting at night and waiting for the moon to rise. The sky does not change for us. We change by learning how to wait. Patience is not passive. It is strong and alive. It means we stay present, even when nothing seems to be happening. We do not rush to fill the silence or escape from it. Instead, we become open to what we might hear, not only the sweet things, but also the difficult truths that help us grow. Sometimes what we hear inside is not clear at first. It may come in pieces or slowly over days. That's why we need patience. We do not dig for answers. We stay with the listening, like watching a seed grow. The growth is hidden, but it is happening. Over time, something changes. We become more calm, more grounded. We begin to trust that listening itself is enough. We do not always need to understand everything right away. What is true will come when it is ready. Patience makes space for truth to arrive. When we try to listen inside, one of the first things we often meet is restlessness. It can feel like a strong wave moving through the body and mind. We may feel the need to check our phone, get up, think about other things, or just stop. This is natural. We are not doing anything wrong. Restlessness is not the enemy. It is a teacher. This feeling comes because we are not used to being still. We are always moving, doing, thinking. So when we stop, the mind does not know what to do. It becomes uncomfortable. But if we can look at this restlessness with gentle attention, something begins to shift. We don't try to fight it or push it away. We simply notice it. We can say to ourselves, this is what restlessness feels like. We feel it in the chest, the arms, maybe in the stomach. We see the thoughts that come with it. This is boring. I'm wasting time. Or why am I doing this? These are just habits. They pass, like clouds in the sky. The important thing is not to judge. We do not need to fix anything. We only need to stay with ourselves, kindly and gently. Like sitting next to a friend who is uncomfortable. We don't need to say anything, just be there. By staying with restlessness, without running from it, we become stronger and softer at the same time. We learn that we can be still, even when we feel like moving, and slowly the restlessness loses its power. It teaches us that there is something deeper waiting underneath it, something steady, something quiet. As we continue the practice of inner listening, the silence we once found strange begins to feel more natural. It becomes part of our life, like the air we breathe. This quiet is not just the absence of sound. It is a presence, a deep, steady presence that begins to guide us, not with commands, but with quiet truth. This truth does not always come in words. Sometimes it comes as a sense of peace when we make a choice, or as a gentle pull in a certain direction. It may also come as discomfort, showing us when something is not right for us. The more we listen, the more we notice that this quiet is honest. It doesn't tell us what we want to hear. It tells us what is real. Living with this quiet means we no longer need to chase after every voice outside of us. We do not have to compare, compete, or prove ourselves. We begin to trust our steps, even if they are small or slow. The quiet becomes like a lamp in the dark, not bright, but enough to help us see the next step clearly. This way of living may look simple, but it takes courage. It asks us to stay close to ourselves, even when the world is loud. It asks us to listen deeply, and to let that listening shape our life. Over time, this quiet truth becomes part of who we are. It supports us in both calm and difficulty. We may still be busy, still face problems, but inside we carry something steady, a quiet strength that does not leave us, a truth that continues to speak, even when all else is silent. There is a path that leads inward, and it is different for everyone. Some find it through stillness, others through quiet moments in daily life. But the direction is the same. It moves toward the heart, toward what is real beneath all that changes. This path is not always easy to walk, but it is always near. It begins the moment we choose to listen, softly and honestly, to what is within us. There is no need to rush. There is no need to be perfect. Even small moments of listening matter. Over time, they become a way of life. We begin to live from the inside out, guided not by fear or noise, but by quiet understanding. and when we forget, we can begin again. The path is always here, waiting for our return. Listening inward is not a technique to master, but a relationship to build, with ourselves and with the silence that holds us. In this relationship, we may find a kind of peace that is not loud, but lasting. A peace that walks with us wherever we go. Before I close, I would like to offer my heartfelt thanks to you. If you have taken time to watch, to like this video, to leave a comment, or to support this channel in any way, whether through super thanks, becoming a member, or simply by returning to listen, please know that your presence is deeply appreciated. Your kindness helps this space grow, and I am truly grateful to share this path with you. May the quiet within continue to guide you gently, one step at a time.